Have you been watching the Hangout with Michael show for 239 weeks? Well, we've been posting it here for 239 weeks, and my hunch is that you've got a burning question or an idea that you'd like to share with us. Well, guess what? Today's the day you can do that, because today is called AMA. Ask me anything, ask us anything. I've got a panel of experts today. They're going to cover subjects from law of attraction, NLP, your life purpose, the emotion code, the body code, and Dana's going to be working with sacred gifts. So let us know what your question is today. So welcome. My name is Michael Loche. I am live here with a team of expert panelists every Friday at 9 o'clock Pacific, 12 noon Eastern. And today is a special edition where we get to hear from you. If you're new to us today, you can visit hangoutwithmichael.com, and at the tab at the top, look for live shows, and you can scan and you can have yourself a Michael Loche Marathon Weekend on this United States long weekend. We had our long weekend last weekend, and I think there was some marathoners watching that too. I can always tell by posts when somebody finds my show, because they end up watching 5 or 10 of them at a time and leaving me comments. So we're glad we're doing that. I'm here live in beautiful Victoria, BC on Canada's West Coast, and I'm going to introduce my two panelists today. We're going to start with Dana Smithers.
Thank you so much, Michael. It's great to be here with the Dream Team today, and this is always a popular episode for a lot of people. So today I'm going to be, if there's any questions about sacred gifts. So I'm a certified sacred gifts guide, and I also do the training now to certify guides. And you remember Belina, Michael? Belina Muller in Queen of Denmark, right? Bettina, yeah. She just posted something in Sacred Gifts today. So I trained her, and now she's taking that, doing that. Yeah. So, so there's 24 sacred gifts. We all have 3 to 5. Generally, I tell Michael what his are, because just because I've known him for so long. But those are gifts that actually have you feeling on purpose. And it's I teach or guide people through an online course. So I've got a course coming up in June, actually. So if you have any questions about what's a sacred gift and all of that, I can't tell you what yours is, but it's a great program to go through. And we have guides all around the world helping people find out what their 3 to 5 sacred gifts are. So I love the program.
Yeah, and once you know what your gifts are, then you exercise it. And then you know what fulfills you. It's like, okay, this is what my gifts are. And
exactly. And it goes so hand in hand, Michael, with your book, Your Life's Purpose. In fact, I did a workshop where we did, the morning was finding out your fulfillment needs from your book. And then in the afternoon, we did a sacred gifts workshop. So not only did they know what, let's say one of your sacred gifts is teaching, right? But then we look at, okay, it's teaching, but what are some of your fulfillment needs? Well, you've got freedom and, the ones that you have. So then it just makes you understand yourself better, and you're happier because you know where to put yourself.
Yeah, and you know where to make choices.
Exactly.
Then you find out why you didn't like your job or why you don't like your job. Well, good. So if you're watching us live today, you have questions for Dana, let us know in the chat. We've got a lot of people chatting already. We're staying in beautiful Vancouver, and we're heading out to John in Verarity. Good morning, John.
Hey, always a pleasure to be here. My name is John, and I'm a certified emotion code and certified body code practitioner in Vancouver, Canada. Absolutely love living here, helping people distantly with emotion code, body code, and I'm here to answer questions on the subjects, the emotion code by Dr. Brad. And so please, if you have any questions, I'll be reading the comments as well. So say hello, give us a weather update from where you're from. And read your comments and answer your questions on emotion code and body code.
Yeah, you might have a question about, can the body code help with blank? Mm-hmm. So this is the time to get those questions answered. We're here to help you today. Before we get started, I'm going to make a quick little announcement. Then, John, we've got lots of people watching. We're going to get you to say hello to them. But first, next Sunday, June 3rd, I'm in beautiful Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I'm at an airport hotel, so pretty close, easy for people to get to. I'm delivering a 4-hour razzle-dazzle, the 3-step process to mastering the law of attraction. You can go to hangoutwithmichael.com/Toronto. And Kevin that's watching live today, Kevin, you can also put the link out there. We'd love to have you join us. It's a Sunday afternoon. You can still go out for lunch. You can still have your dinner with your family, but spend the afternoon with Kevin and I will teach you and what you need to know to master the law of attraction. I'm going to teach you the formula. And once you know the formula, you can use it over and over and over again, both in your business and personal lives. So, hangoutwithmichael.com/Toronto, June 3rd. It's from 1 to 5 p.m. If you've loved watching the show and you live anywhere in the Toronto or near the Toronto area, imagine spending the afternoon with a high vibe group of people. Next, I'm going to be in beautiful Fredericton, New Brunswick. I'm eventually at the end of my pot of gold. I'm visiting my mother in St. John, New Brunswick. That's where I was born, and my mother and my sisters are there. So I'm going to be checking in and hanging out with my mom. Oh, that was very British, wasn't it? My mom. And on the way there, I'm stopping in beautiful Fredericton, New Brunswick. I'm doing 3 free presentations on Thursday the 7th. A breakfast presentation, a lunch presentation, and a dinner presentation. And the purpose of those 3 presentations is to teach you why you're attracting negative things and how to stop that. And I'm going to be making an offer for you to join me for a full day seminar on Friday. Imagine, well, you thought 4 hours is a lot, or you thought 25 minutes on the Hangout with Michael show. A full day seminar. Again, you'll be mastering the law of attraction process. We have a very thick workbook that you'll be following, and you'll learn the process to apply to your business. You can go to hangoutwithmichael.com/Fredericton. And if we have anybody watching that knows the spelling of Fredericton, go ahead and type in hangoutwithmichael.com/Fredericton. Thursday, June 7th, register for one of the 3 free presentations, and Friday, June 8th. Okay, I'm going to start off by welcoming the first 2 people, John, and then you can carry on. We have our friend Barb Ashcroft that made it first into the room today, and she's on beautiful Vancouver Island, so good morning to Barb Ashcroft. And everyone's looking good today. Our friend Natasha Paula Samuel, and she's from Romford, Essex, and she's a loyal watcher. She's usually first on deck, but I think Barb beat her to the crunch today. Who else, John?
Renee Michaels is here. Says, love me some Michael Loge.
Hey, Renee Michaels. Thank you. Nice to have you with us.
And Elise Shockey says, good afternoon, gang.
Hey, Elise. Nice to have you with us. And we have a first-time watcher, Barbara Chambers, is watching us. So, Barbara from Virginia, thanks for hanging out with us today. And this is your opportunity, given it's your first time. What is your question that you have for us today? If you have a question, leave it in the comments. John and I will be reading them, and you can be a question for any of the panel members today. John, who else?
Sig Brown is watching, says, beautiful day here.
Hey, Sig. I think Sig's in Washington, where she lives there. I'm assuming she's there today. Hey, Sig, good morning.
And Jewel Nieve says, hot and humid here in London, Ontario. Great. See you all live.
Hey, Jewel. Now, Jewel lives in Victoria. She must be visiting friends there, but she came to my place and got some Vibe Reset buttons. So, Jewel, why don't you give us a quick little update and tell us about your Law of Attraction presentation, if you've had it, and what a smash hit those Vibe Reset buttons were. Good stuff. What else?
Lisa Hammond says, good morning, everyone.
Hey, Lisa. Good morning.
Heather McClelland says, beautiful here in Sydney.
Okay, I wonder if that, Sydney, BC. There I was. I wonder what Sydney. Hey, Heather, nice for you to join us in Sydney, BC. There's 3 Sydneys in the world. Sydney, Nova Scotia, Sydney, Australia, and Sydney, BC. They're spelled differently, but I remember watching a report on the news where somebody thought they were going to Sydney, Australia, and they actually went to Sydney, Nova Scotia. How do you not know that? Anyways,
Whoops.
I can see. Good. I think we have our first question here. Here is Renee Michaels. My question. I'm marketing my business to physicians, and I get very little response from them. What can I do that will help these people assess their patients for mental health and send them to me? Well, Renee, I would suggest the know, like, and trust factor. There's 3 things: know, like, and trust. If they don't know you, they're not going to do that. If they don't trust you, they're not going to do that. So you need to find a way for them to get to know you. And, what could that be? Could you send them a quick little video, not pitching your business? Most of us don't hire people that we don't like, and certainly that we don't trust. So the know, like, and trust factor. This show, for example, the purpose of this show is to help you understand more about law of attraction and the other tools so you can live a rich, full, delicious life. But what it also does, it gets you, my fans, and John's fans, and Dana's fans, it gets you to know us a little bit more. And when you know, you'll watch us, and then you get to like us. And then when you like us, then you'll listen, right? So the first thing is, how can you get people to know you? Then secondly, how can you get people to like you? And when they like you, they'll listen. And when they listen, because some of you have been watching 240 episodes, then they trust you. And John and Dana, what happens when people trust you? What can happen? They can.
Then they're most likely going to buy from you and invest. Yeah.
That's right. So it's not likely that people are going to buy something from you if they don't know you or like you. So, Renee, my question to you, if you're in marketing, what can you do to reach out to the doctors? And you need to know that you're in business to solve their problems, not to create business for yourself. What problem can you help them solve? Well, it might take a little bit of a survey. And then when you do that, send them some kind of video or some kind of report so they can get to know you and get them to opt in so you can send them more. And eventually they'll like you and eventually they'll trust you. But it's very seldom that people will hire you without any type of introduction. Go ahead, Dana.
Well, actually, she needs to be watching next week's episode, Michael.
Oh, that's right, too.
Episode 241.
Yeah, why don't you tell us what that is? I'll get you to repeat it at the end of the show. But
yeah.
Thank you. That's a great idea.
Yeah, it's a perfect one. So next week's show is the business owner's secret for attracting ideal clients using the law of attraction. Yes. So be sure, if you can't catch it live, catch the replay.
That's right. Yesterday I did a luncheon presentation at the Orvis Networking Group in Victoria.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, it was really, really fun. I had a great time. And I did the tool, and that's what made me think I'm going to do a show on it. I did it yesterday. I shut it down yesterday with this tool. They loved it, and I thought, hey, I've never taught this on a Hangout show before. So next Friday, I'm teaching you this tool that shut it down yesterday, and everybody loved it. They're probably practicing it today. Renee Michaels, be here next Friday live at 9 o'clock and pick that up. Renee's also saying, I can't tell you how many times I've shown your videos to my clients. Well, you can tell me.
Awesome.
You just did. On my page, there are a couple of free classes. One of them is called I'm New to Law of Attraction, and the other one's called, well, I've been practicing it. So look for this graphic that says I'm new or I've been practicing. It's a 30-minute video course. It's a great one to share. Hey, John, who else has got a question or comment, please?
A comment from Gwen Lorena. Hey, Dream Team. Long time no see. Live. Has been working too hard. Love checking in to keep my vibe high with you guys. Weather in London, UK is weird today. Cloudy and gray. I would love to see you in London. I'm in.
Yeah,
Hair looks fab.
I think I should do? I think I should get Delilah to set up an email collector for my London friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I come there, I can just send them an email. There might be enough for a seminar, or they might be enough for a dinner. Both could be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Gwen, be nice to meet you as well, too. Hey, our friend Don Boehm's in the room. AMA, Ask Me Anything, my favorite.
Barb Ashcroft has a question, John. Do you see that?
You go ahead, ask it, Donna, or Don. I don't know who it's for, but Dana.
My name's Dana. Barb Ashcroft says, would love your insights, Michael. When attendees are doing the Your Life Purpose workshop, they have a challenge accepting that they deserve in big caps, to experience joy. What would you use, say, or do to help them over that feeling?
Okay. Barb is teaching from my book, Your Life's Purpose. And one of the things that I do when I train or teach this is that I manage that objection. And the objection is, you mean it's okay to feel good? Don't I feel selfish? And I say this, would it be okay if you consider this paradigm shift, and a paradigm shift means you need to shift everything. It's like, whew, I used to look like this, and you're going to shift it to look like that. So I precede what I'm about to say by having them consider this paradigm shift. I know you're not used to thinking this way. I know it's a new thought, but say yes if you're willing to at least consider the next paradigm shift. And they say yes, and that kind of allows them a little bit more flexibility. And the paradigm shift is the purpose in life is to feel good. The purpose in life is to experience joy. I also acknowledge that hardly anybody was ever taught that.
Yeah.
This is a new thought and this is a new idea. So managing people's objections before they object is one great way to do that. Introduce it as a paradigm shift. Acknowledge that a lot of people aren't thinking this way already, and it is a new way for you to think. It is a new way and a new idea. And you're not here to please anybody else but yourself. So if you have any of that little chatter, this person, it's none of your business what other people are saying or thinking about what you're going to have a paradigm shift in saying. So, yeah, Barb, let me know if that helped you. Okay, John, what else is going on out there?
Yeah, lots of people watching today. Lots of great comments. Don Boehm is watching. Ask me anything, my favorite. Maria Favita says good morning from San Fran.
Hey, Maria from San Francisco. Good morning.
Heather Fisher, hello from a ferry heading to New Brunswick. Glad to catch you.
She's in Newfoundland on a ferry heading to. How long is that ride? I know the ferry from Victoria to Vancouver is like an hour and 20 minutes or an hour and 40 minutes. How long is the ferry ride from Newfoundland to New Brunswick? This episode's called Ask Heather Anything. So Heather, I just did. My friend Kelly from St. John, New Brunswick, she's saying very much like seeing you again. Hey, Kelly, welcome.
And Natasha has a question, Michael.
Who does?
Natasha, Paula, Samuel.
NPS, you're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Michael, can you go over when to take action or not when using the law of attraction?
That's a great question. We did a whole episode on that, so I'm going to give you the condensed version. You know, I want to talk about going to Google. When you go to Google, you type, oh, by the way, this is the international symbol for typing. When you go to Google and you type in what you want, that's number one, identify what I want. Then you press enter. In other words, you're submitting the request to Google. Just like when you talk about what you desire and you give it attention, you submitted your request to law of attraction. So let's go back to Google. I type in what I want. I press enter, I give it attention. And then Google starts to send you information back. And Google says, here's 5 websites that match in your input. Dana, you can answer this question. Is the first thing that Google gives us back, is it always the perfect thing?
No, and many times it doesn't have anything to do with what we actually put in.
Right. But you still need to look at it. Yeah. You need to say, okay, Google, thanks for the suggestions. And you look at one, you're thinking, that's not quite what I was looking for. Well, you don't get ticked off and angry. What you do is you go back up to the search and you refine it, international symbol for typing. You refine it, press enter. In other words, you don't take action on the one until it feels what?
Right.
That's right. This one feels right. I think I'm going to click open this one. So the same thing with law of attraction. When you put something out there and you say, oh, I'm looking for a new customer or client or a new job or a new boyfriend or girlfriend, the first one that comes along, you don't have to marry them. But it'd be nice to go on the date to find how close it was. Or it might be a job interview. You see, a lot of people take the job because it was offered, whether it's a match or not for them. So you'll know when here's the answer, and I'd like Natasha to type this out for me. You'll know when it's time to take action by how it feels. Stay out of your head, stay with your vibration, and your internal vibration, your vibrational meter reader will tell you when it's the right time to choose. Good. Okay, John, what's next?
Permelia Parham says, good morning, panel. Awesome to hang out with you all today.
Hey, Permelia, welcome to the show.
Kenneth Moons Amy says, what do you think of Abraham Hicks?
I think Abraham Hicks does a great job in helping people understand more about law of attraction. There's many people that help people do that, and I'm one of them. I help people understand about law of attraction. So use your vibrational meter reader to help you choose who you'd like to learn from.
Right? Yeah.
Kenneth is also asking, I'm a devout Christian and would love to know how religion fits in with law of attraction. Well, Kenneth, when you attract negative thing, is that God sending you that? Would God send you negative attraction, or would that be law of attraction? Answer me that question. Alan Davidson gave us a thumbs up. Hey, Alan. What else, John?
Sig Brown says, I'm in the process of attracting an influencer to share my designs to a bigger audience.
Nice.
Yep. And Elaine Goldman's here this morning. Good afternoon, Michael, Dana, and John.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Nice to hear from you. Again, it's Ask Me Anything.
John, I've got a question for you
Oh, sure.
about the body code. What the heck is an idea allergy? And how do you get them?
How do you get them? Yeah, so an idea allergy is a specific imbalance in the body code that you find through muscle testing. So it's in the system of charts, and that's what the body code is. It's a big mind map system of charts. And idea allergies are very common. So it's a negative reaction to a thought. So you can have a thought to something positive, neutral, or negative. And if it's something positive, like money, so you think about money, and then your subconscious says, oh, remember that last time I had a bunch of money, I lost it all, or I had all these bills to pay, went into debt. So then, you move forward in life, and so you have this allergic reaction to money. That means that would get in the way of you having money. It could be idea allergies to men, women, relationships, idea allergies to gratitude. So there can be a lot of different things. And usually it's like tied into a trapped emotion. Right. So it's that emotional core, that root that is tied into that. So you have to find the emotion, clear that, and then you can find that idea allergy and clear that out.
So it could be something, well, I'll never get thin. Like I've never been able to do it.
Yeah, idea allergy to being thin or being.
Or even
slim.
Michael used to say that in his family, they'd always say, well, Michael, you can't, we're all big men in this family, right? So Michael had that, I guess that's where you say an idea allergy about, well, that's just how it is, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like a limiting belief, but it is a little bit different. Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay, a couple things. Natala Pasha's NPS, she wrote the quote, you'll know when it's time to take action. Your vibrational meter will tell you so.
Yeah.
And Paula Graham, so refreshing to hear your examples and watch your show again, giving me big smiles. Okay, John, who else can you see?
Caleb M. Clemens says, greetings, everyone. Question from Kelly, Sweet Pea Clum. I'm from the East Coast, St. John, warm and sunny. How do you deal with chronic pain? I was on opioids for years. I'm wondering, can you make your mind deal with pain?
Okay, John, I'd like you to answer that one for Kelly.
I wouldn't say you make your mind deal with the pain, but there's, something else contributing to that pain. And, with emotion code, body code, we've shown to relieve people of that pain. And addictions as well. So opioids are highly, highly addictive substance. And so we find out, those trapped emotions right there, that's triggering those addictions, triggering that mindset. And these little trapped emotions are balls of energy, and they can affect you mentally, and they can affect you physically as well, so aggravate the tissues. And so that's for some chronic pain. I know there is some chronic pain. You get in a car accident, you're not doing emotion code, but the emotion code can still help with someone like that to just turn down the dial on that pain and possibly relieve you of that, that mindset that, you have to be in pain. And, it'll start the healing process if you're not in that process, because for this chronic pain, you're not able to heal. That's what it is. You go through decades and decades of pain and on meds and all that, and which create more side effects and more side effects. And, and the list goes on. You're just in this vicious cycle of in and out of hospitals for decades. So the emotion code release those imbalances so your body can heal on its own as it's designed.
Good. Yeah, I know Kelly's been in a lot of pain for a while, so she's probably grateful for that answer. Okay, what else is going on out there, John? Who's saying what?
Paula Graham, give us a thumbs up.
Hey, Paul.
Let's see. Hannah Ruth Appel, warm greetings from a hot Israel.
Hannah.
Hot Israel's in the house. Hey, Hannah, nice to have you with us today.
Antonio Fournier, good morning. Great information.
Hey, Elise is asking, can you elaborate on how you helped a man stop smoking a few weeks ago? I'm not going to answer that question, but thanks for asking it. I've developed a long process through lots of study and examples on how to do that. But if you'd like help with that, Elise, you can book an appointment with me and I can give you some good ideas. I helped him quit smoking in 21 minutes. And then I had a friend over this week. I think he was over Tuesday, and he said, "Oh, I haven't had a cigarette since Sunday." And he goes, "I saved $32. That's what his motivation was. He goes, "I saved $32 since Sunday." And I said, "What's your level of anxiety?" He goes, "It's through the roof." And I said, he's a laborer, so I've done an emotion code session with him before on his chronic, his shoulders. So I said, "Do you want me to do an emotion code session right now?" And he said, "Sure." So, and then that was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I texted him on Wednesday afternoon. I said, "So how's your smoking?" He goes, "I get up Tuesday, and the first thought I had was, I have a cigarette." And he said, by 10:30 in the morning, I forgot that I would have had a cigarette at 8 in the morning. So, and then I did another session with him to get rid of that little trigger that, when I get up what is the severity of my trigger when I get up in the morning and want to have a cigarette? And then Thursday, I said, "Have you thought about cigarettes?" He said, "Not at all," because I never thought of them once. So his was under 21 minutes. So I think, it's a process. Like all of my programs that I've written, they're all ones that I've worked with people for a long time and developed the system. It's always using the emotion code, but it's what you're asking and what you're getting there. John, here's a question from Alan Davidson. Can somebody attract positive emotion?
Can someone attract a positive emotion? I think absolutely, yeah. Yeah, simply, absolutely. Or can someone have a trapped, or I thought you said attract. Someone have a trapped positive emotion. Overjoy is on the list. That is somewhat positive, but that creates a negative imbalance. But I would say that if you're having a positive emotion, that might not be trapped. That's
I don't enjoy it.
Feeling a state.
I would say, I would just keep it.
Yeah, to me, the word trapped is a problem. It's stuck. It's trying to get out. I mean, if you've got a trapped positive emotion, it's probably not called that. It's probably just called positive emotion.
Or joy.
Our friend Sylvia Bellini's in the house. She is saying, "Thanks to all of you for all your law of attraction and emotion code teaching. They're sure making a difficult time much easier." Hey, we're going to hear from Sylvia tomorrow. John, let's talk about the Saturday Bro Show, because Sylvia was on it last week. Let's talk about what we helped Sylvia with and what we're working on tomorrow, please. Go ahead.
Tomorrow, Bro Show is at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern. Michael and I co-host the vibrant, lively Emotion Code Bro Show. And tomorrow is episode number 50. And it is, what can we help you with? The viewer's choice emotion code show.
Nice.
After 50 episodes, it's the first time that we don't have a topic, because you're going to be the topic. So you join tomorrow's show. We're probably going to take 2 people, and it's also going to give us lots of good ideas for future topics. But what's one of your ailments or problems or challenges that we haven't discussed yet? We might pick you tomorrow on the Bro Show. So John, last week, what was our topic last week? We were working with people that were self-proclaimed what?
Cranky, wasn't it?
Cranky.
Self-proclaimed
cranky pants last week.
Yeah.
Yikes.
And we had 2 volunteers last week that rose, that said, "Hey, work on me."
Huh?
Sylvia was one of them. And I worked on Sylvia live during the show last week. She's self-proclaimed crankiness or irritability or whatever so I'm anxious and excited to hear from Sylvia's update tomorrow. And John, you worked with somebody that was a self-proclaimed cranky pants too.
I did, yeah. I don't recall who at the moment though, but
So the song I'm hearing, if you're cranky and you know it, join the emotion code
If you're
bros.
cranky and you know it, call a bro. If you're cranky and you know it, call a bro.
If you're cranky, call a bro.
And you don't really want to show it, then call a bro.
Yeah, what a great song, eh?
Yeah. Kevin
Amazing.
is asking a question about the vibrational business plan, and mine is right here.
Yeah, mine's up there.
The vibrational business plan. It's a free course. It's on my website. Delilah, if you're watching, can you give the link to the vibrational business plan? It is a way for you to plan your business vibrationally. Mm-hmm. Everything you think, say, and give attention to will be a summon, put the energy out to the law of attraction. See, the problem is some people write a goal down and then they stuff this in their sock drawer. Well, law of attraction isn't looking there. This vibrational business plan, these are some of my ideas and goals that I want to accomplish, and this exercise. So Kevin's saying, how often should I update the plan? Meaning, in the giving attention to, is there a time where, well, you update the plan as you have a new idea. Now, 2 weeks ago, I got a call to do this world tour with this other very famous trainer, and we committed to South Carolina, February 18th. And then I also heard they wanted to bring me to 3 other countries. So this first bar is called What I Know for Sure. Well, I got Toronto on here. I got Fredericton, New Brunswick on here. I've got North Carolina and other some. I know those for sure. I'm giving the attention. The second one is called What I'm Giving Attention to. Well, I got off that call and I wrote 3 stickies. One for London, UK, one for Vietnam, and one for Australia. They haven't happened yet, but they're on my board. So now I'm giving attention to them. As before, oh, that's a good idea. See you later, and never think about it again. So Kevin, the answer to your question is you update it as you get ideas, and you update it, and eventually I'm going to move it from here, which is what I'm wishing, and then once they call and say, you're definitely going to the UK, I'll peel the yellow sticky. I'm doing this pretty good backwards. I'll peel the yellow sticky, and I'll put it up here to what I know for sure. You see, this vibrational business plan allows you to play and pretend and give it attention.
And I've got mine too, Michael. I'm looking at it. I moved a lot, even the room for more ones at the bottom. I've got one of those at what I know for sure. So it's a good feeling to look at it.
Yeah. Otherwise, we don't give it attention. Like, we hear the idea and we don't give it any more attention. Okay. I'm going to give an update from Sylvie Bellini from last week. So she gave us a hashtag, grouchy much less. Well, I've shouted much less this week. And I've even been allowed to sit with my family from time to time. That's pretty nice.
She has a good sense of humor.
Yeah. Oh, last week I worked on Christy.
Go ahead, John.
Yeah, Pamelia Bell says it was Christy, John. Yeah, Cranky Christy.
Cranky Christy.
Yeah, I remember that now. Thanks, Pamelia.
Pamelia's also saying, to answer Kelly's question, this is a shout out for John, who assisted me in releasing my knee pain by using the body code and the emotion code. Thank you so much, John. My pain went from a 10 to a 1.
Yeah, absolutely. She's living with that for a while, and yeah, that's great. I worked with a gentleman with shoulder pain. It was like rotator cuff, so that's so common. You fall on your shoulder 2 or 3 times, and you just have pain. You have pain for 10 years, 20 years, and it's just, you live with it. You go to physio, it just does nothing. So I worked on it, maybe 10 minutes doing emotion code during a 45-minute session, worked on a few things. Yeah. And it was like way better, just instantly. Much more range of motion, no pain. So blown away. So it can help with injuries like that.
Hey, if you're new to the emotion code, you have to watch tomorrow's show. It's 9 o'clock on this channel. John and I are going to remove some of these live on the air, and the person we're going to work on is just typing. They don't even have to join us. Caleb Kalam is joining us, Klaman, and Renee Michael said she is from sunny Florida.
Yeah.
Lorena, Fredericton is spelled Fred-er-ik-ton. Right. It's Fredericton. But you spelled it the phonetic way. Let's see. Heather Fisher got it right. Thank you, Heather Fisher. Good. Anything else you see out there? Delilah Cordova saying hello.
Heather says, wow, never thought, I never heard of this idea allergy thought. In fact, I know nothing about what you're teaching, John. Where do I find more info? So I'm not teaching it, but it is, they come up in the body code and the emotion code. So to start with what we're doing, emotion code, or join us tomorrow for the emotion code bro show, or the body code. So, which is also developed by Dr. Bradley Nelson. So you can search him, Dr. Bradley Nelson, and the body code. It's a huge system of mind maps, and the ideology is one of an infinite amount of imbalances that can come up in that system.
Okay. Antonio Fournier, loyal watcher, he's saying good information, good morning. Jewel, remember I asked her about her law of attraction presentation. She hasn't done it yet, but when people showed interest of her button, I hand out the buttons with the explanation of using it to reset vibrations. I'm also passing out your website. Oh, we love that. And Chris is saying, hi, Dana, John, and Michael from sunny, warm Brooklyn, Michigan. We're starting to wrap up here today. If you have a quick question, let us know what that is. And Dana and John have been posting comments out in the room. You're welcome to connect with them if you have any questions for them specifically. I'm just refreshing. John, do you see anybody that we haven't acknowledged yet?
No, I don't. I think we got everyone, unless we're not seeing something.
If we haven't read your comment, because we're having to scroll and refresh, and sometimes they get lost up top. But I'm just saying, Barbara Rowling saying, Michael is so good at identifying systems, and I love it. So
processes and systems, right?
Processes and systems. That's what people need.
Yeah.
Good. Dana, can you remind us what we are doing next week here on the show? John, you're going to remind us what we are doing on the Bro Show tomorrow. Go ahead, Dana.
Yeah, so next week, June 1st, episode 241, the business owner's secret for attracting ideal clients using the law of attraction. So that's going to be a great show. Lots of good information on that one.
Yeah, it'll be a nice take-home tool. Good stuff. And John, what are we doing tomorrow on the Bro Show?
Bro Show, tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern, is episode number 50. What can we help you with? Viewer's choice on the Bro Show.
Right. John, Heather McClellan is asking about you. And John is both a body code and an emotion code practitioner. He's been in the business for many years. He's got a very successful practice. Dana and I are emotion code practitioners, and John has extended training in the body code. You can check him out. John, point to your URL there. He is at aliveandpure.com. John has an online calendar that you can access and book yourself a session. They're done by the video or by the phone or by Skype, whatever you want to do. Okay, I'm going to do one more refresh and see if anybody else appears. I think somebody just asked a question. Angela Blair saying, how do you know if you have an emotional block? Well, you can assume you do, right? But I guess to what? You know, is money not coming in? Are relationships not happening? Are you having pain? Anything, here's my definition, anything that isn't natural, it's like, oh, I got a pain, I got a stuffy nose, I have constipation, I have a headache, I have pimples, I have a rash, I have this, I have that. If that's not natural, then there's probably a vibrational block. And vibrational meaning an unprocessed negative emotion.
Yeah, it's a symptom.
Watch the show tomorrow, Angela. You will learn more about what we're talking about.
Yeah, if you have a symptom, it could be due to a trapped emotion and having scarcity mindset or lack of financial health. It's a symptom. Relationship blocks, that's a symptom. Pain, symptom.
Not moving forward in your business, that's a symptom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the block is one of these. This is blocking the traffic flow. It's blocking the access to what you want. We're gonna end today's show with this final question from Kevin, and it's a good one. Are there times it's okay to say no? You know, I talk about using the word don't, not, and no from your vocabulary. Well, there are times.
Mm-hmm.
I use it when I'm teaching. You know, I'll use the word no during my teaching and acknowledge I just used it. Now, here's what's important. It's not the word don't, not, and no that is the problem. It's what you give your attention, energy, and focus to. The law of attraction, there's no energy. Excuse me. There's no energy. I just used the word no. There's no energy behind the word don't, not, and no. However, when you use them, it causes you to give attention to what you don't want. So you could say use the word don't, not, and no, and then follow it up with what you do want or how you do want it to be. Remember, it's okay to be negative as long as you do it briefly.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to thank Dana and John for joining us today. Dana's website address under her name, Empowered Woman in Business. You can also look in the chat comments below, and Dana's been giving links and giving her comments as well, so you can ask her a question directly. And John Inverarity is at aliveandpure.com. Thanking both my panelists for joining me today. We'll see you next week out here. If you know a business person or are one or want to be an entrepreneur, next week's episode is for you. It is a new tool that I haven't taught before. So we'll see everybody here live next Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern. Let's say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.